Without further ado, introducing the Poco F2 Pro. Today, I'm going to talk about three big things: performance, design, and camera. Powerfully cool performance. Straight power, straight speed. Qualcomm Snapdragon 865, the leading flagship processor right now. This uses the latest ARM A77 architecture. We have the LPDDR5 RAM technology, which has a maximum transmission bandwidth of 44 gigabytes per second. Switching between apps is super fast, and having multiple apps open at the same time or in the background will not lag your phone at all. Loading times are greatly improved because of the UFS 3.1, with a transmission write speed of 777 megabytes per second. It's a beast in whatever you do: gaming, multitasking, recording videos, transferring files. Here are some of the CPU scores going up against the Samsung S20 Plus. We scored an Antutu CPU benchmark 15% higher than Samsung's latest flagship Exynos 990. And in GPU, we ran a comparison test on the GFX Bench Manhattan 4.0, where we scored 25% higher than the Exynos 990. We also compared ourselves to a recently launched flagship, the OnePlus 8 Pro. It also has a Snapdragon 865, where we scored 3% higher than the OnePlus 8 Pro, and in GPU, both devices were maxed out on the highest score. And what about overall Antutu score? A total score of 589,983. What makes the Poco F2 Pro powerfully cool? Introducing the latest liquid cool technology 2.0. 3 different components. A multi-layer graphite covering most of the battery and the motherboard. A graphene covering the CPU and 5G chipset. Then the coolest part, a supersized VC to do most of the cooling work. This is actually how our VC spreads heat, in more than one direction, whereas a typical VC actually only disperses heat in one direction. We also did a frame rate comparison test with the Samsung S20 Plus and the OnePlus 8 Pro. But what actually matters here are the Jenks number, and we're the lowest by quite a bit margin. So this comes down to the result of bigger cooling equals better sustained performance. We actually have some extra cool features. We have a 180 hertz touch sampling rate. We also have a very good Z-axis linear motor. Now, with all of these high performance and extra features, we actually got certified. TÜV Rheinland High Gaming Performance Certification. It supports 5G, Wi-Fi 6, and Super Bluetooth. We put in a massive 4,700 mAh battery. On a single charge, you could do a lot. And in case you do run out of juice, we have a 30-watt fast charging. Yes, a true full-screen display. No notch, no holes, fully immersive. We have a 6.667-inch true AMOLED, a 92.7% screen-to-body ratio. And when it comes to brightness, the Poco F2 Pro has a 5 million to 1 high contrast ratio, 800 nits on high brightness mode, and reaches up to 1,200 nits on maximum brightness. We make sure you also get the perfect brightness. We added 3 light sensors that can detect the light environment around you. For our screen, we have HDR10 Plus certification. We're also Widevine L1 certified. You can watch HD in multiple platforms. The Poco F2 Pro also passed the TÜV Rheinland Global Eye Care certification. We also have an in-screen fingerprint reader. The Poco F2 Pro will be running the latest Android 10 OS. Yes, we still have Poco Launcher 2.0. For the Poco Launcher, the app drawer, we've taken into consideration the natural thumb area and moved the search bar to the bottom. Automatically group apps according to different categories. And the latest, our dark mode. It's easy on the eyes always. You can get it on Google Play. We purposely put the camera placement in the middle, so when you're taking a photo or recording a video, your natural hand placement wouldn't block the camera. An elegant curved body design on the backside. Then a Corning Gorilla Glass 5 front and back. Some forgotten conveniences that flagship phones used to have. The IR blaster, the NFC, and most importantly, the headphone jack. Here are the 4 other color variants: the neon blue, the phantom white, the electric purple, and the cyber gray. The quad camera setup. We have a 64 megapixel main camera, a 123-degree ultra-wide angle camera, and a telemacro camera, which is my favorite, and a depth sensor. So the Poco F2 Pro uses an industry-leading 64 megapixel Sony IMX686 sensor. Let's take a look at some samples. You can capture it ultra clear with sharp details. Then let's zoom in, and we caught a plane. But only a part of a picture. It was just a small detail in the image. And that's actually how close you can zoom in. And when you zoom in, you can actually retain all those details. Night Mode 2.0. This is a flagship level low light performance. With a 123-degree sensor, you can capture an incredible amount of color, shadow, and details. With a telemacro lens, you can see into the telemacro world. See the true colors up close, 2 times more macro. So much color and so much details. Moving on to flagship videography. When it comes to flagship video, of course, we talk about 8K. For other video features the F2 Poco have, it's actually a pop-up camera, and it's 20 megapixels. The Poco F2 Pro is a true flagship, starting at €499 and €599. And global availability starts today, and we have more channels coming. Stay cool, stay safe. Thank you very much. Till next time.
While the world is focused on chasing the latest and the flashiest, we pace ourselves so we can dive deep in what really matters. We hold firm to our beliefs and refuse to be swayed. We curate the technology to enable your daily experience with the raw power necessary to be effortless and smooth. We surpass ourselves every day, showing our passion, perseverance, and potential to the world. This is Poco, focusing on innovations that truly matter.
Poco.